Hi guys, my name's Zach and welcome back to my channel, Another Aussie Investor. So today we're going to be talking everything budgeting. How do you build a budget? What do you use it for? And how can it help you build a better future for yourself? Stick around. So a budget is basically when you record your income minus your living expenses and see what's left over. But I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks on how you can go about that. There's several ways in which you can do this. You could use an Excel spreadsheet, you could use an online app, something on your phone or on a laptop, or you could even just use the old method of pen and paper. Now, whatever method you use, as long as you stick to it, it's going to help you get a better understanding of your finances and maybe smash some money away in savings. And maybe you could smash that like button for me and subscribe. So first off, you're going to want to track your expenses. So depending on whether your pay cycle's weekly, fortnightly or monthly, you need to go back through that period and list every single expense that you've got into categories. Now these categories might include things like fuel, food, rent, a mortgage payment, phone bill, internet, anything like that. So just go ahead, write it all down and list the amounts next to it. But if you've got any monthly bills like your internet or your phone bill that we just mentioned, you're going to want to take that number and then divide it by the pay cycle. So if you get paid weekly, divide that by 4 because there's 4 weeks per month and it's a monthly bill. You can then take this further with some annual bills such as car registration or maybe even some insurances and divide that number by the 52 weeks in the year. Now let's have a look at sources of income. For most people, it might just be your regular job. You might have investments that pay dividends. You might have a property where somebody pays you rent each week, but you're going to want to add all those up in the next column and get your total from there. Now you're going to want to deduct your expenses from your income, and there you have it, right? Well, maybe. So from here, you can start to see the bigger picture. Maybe going out to dinner twice a week and hitting the pub on a Friday night is starting to add up. From here, you might have other subscription services such as Spotify, iTunes Music, or Netflix. So let's just talk theoretically and say after your taxes are paid each week, you take home $950. Of course, this number is going to be different for everybody, but we can see possibly after some of your expenses, you might be left with about $300 to $350 a week. Now that $350 a week is going to be $1,400 a month or around $18,000 a year left over. But if you look a little bit further, you'll notice where some things might add up. So you spend $30 a week on coffee and maybe $60 on a Friday night at the pub for a few beers and maybe some food. If you learn to make coffee at home and work on your pre-drinks, you could save up to $4,500 a year, which is going to boost that annual number over $22,000. Now I know this all sounds pretty straightforward, but a lot of people, including myself, have problems with impulse spending. It's when you just get the idea or you see something and you just have to buy it then and there. But I'm going to give you 3 tips that I use that help curb impulse spending. So first of all, include it in your budget. You see that new flat screen TV that's bigger than the one that you already have and you just have to have it. So take the amount, divide it by 10 weeks and put that much away each week somewhere separate so that you can go and buy the flat screen TV. The second one is setting a cooling down period. You know you want that thing and then you buy it and then you get it and then you didn't really want that thing. So here's what you can do to avoid that. Set a time period, whether it's 7 or maybe 30 days. And if you still want it after that time, go ahead and buy it. The last one is the time to money perspective. So I'm sure that some new iPhone or other piece of tech has just been released. Take that amount of money and then divide it by your hourly rate. If you think I'm going to work over 50 hours for a phone, yeah, nah. All right, I'm sure if you use these 3 strategies and stick to your budget, you can get some money saved away and use it for more important things. So please go ahead, smash that like button and give me a subscribe, guys. All right, until the next one, thank you.